So, third video within 24 hours. Hey, listen, GTA 6 is the reason that we're here. They just announced the delay until May 26th of next year. So, that's nice. Yeah, listen, I don't care. I'm not a GTA fan. I haven't played GTA. I haven't played GTA 5 yet. I didn't like GTA 4. I absolutely love everything about GTA San Andreas. But ever since then, they just haven't really appealed to me that much. Yeah, so I don't care. But I'm very glad for the people that always say that, oh, games should be, game showcases should show us the next 3, 4, 5 years of gaming. Bravo, well done. I hope you are tremendously happy that you get to wait even longer because apparently you guys love the waiting for games. Like I guess you should be thrilled about this, But me as an actual gamer, what I would prefer is if these companies will actually just announce these games like within 6 months of the intended release date. That way, even if there is a whole year delay, then there will still be an answer within 18 months of the actual announcement date. But at least I think within if they were only 6 months away from release, they should have a pretty damn good idea that they will be able to make that release date. You know, I guess maybe given a 1 or 2 week delay at the most. I can appreciate that Take Two is trying to, I guess, polish the experience as much as possible for their future clients and everything like that. I'm sure I will give it a try. It looks great. Like I have no issue with GTA 6. I don't have any reservations. I don't know. I think I'm in the mood for more mature games, rather than a satirical or I guess humorous kind of game. But hey, maybe they will deliver exactly everything that I'm looking for. So I'm looking forward to the game, but I'm not hyped for the game. I don't care about the game. I'm excited though because I still believe this year has been a fantastic year for gaming so far with Monster Hunter Wilds, with Split Fiction, with Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Um, and I think it will continue to be a fantastic year with Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Doom the Dark Ages. There are many titles that are worth looking forward to. So, especially now that GTA 6 has kind of vacated the end of the year spot, which is where people most expected it to be coming through. And it will be able to mean that a lot of companies can now, just basically give us their release dates and everything like that. A lot of things that we're aiming for 2025 or that would have been ready in 2025, but we're feeling a little bit gun shy about, being next to the juggernaut that is going to be GTA 6. Well, now they'll have the capacity to plan properly and hopefully to not get eaten up by the void that GTA 6 is going to create. So listen, it is what it is. Go play indie games, go play wonderful games. You shouldn't be disappointed by this because at the end of the day it should mean that you get a more polished product. So I don't know how people can be upset about this one. But I suppose if you haven't been playing any games like Clay Obscure Expedition 33, which you should have been. But I suppose if this has been a one game this year that you were looking forward to, you just refuse to play anything else, then I guess you'll be disappointed. But then again, I don't know. That's on you. Like it's on you. It's a choice you decided to make. You live with the consequences of that. Yeah. So that's it. That's pretty much everything. Oh, I wanted to say just a quick word about Borderlands 4 because PlayStation had the state of play about Borderlands 4. Looks good. I don't care about Borderlands at the moment. I played Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. And listen, I loved it. I loved it. But then after 2, I was like, I'm kind of done with this experience. I think that maybe if Borderlands had gone like for a different kind of a spin-off where it was, for example, I really love Tales from the Borderlands because it had its own unique tone. And I thought that Borderlands universe would be great if there were different kinds of spin-offs. Like give me something like Tales from the Borderlands, give me something like the original Borderlands games, and then give me something like a Last of Us in a Borderlands universe. Like give me something like really deep, gritty, mature, emotional and everything like that. I could use different flavors of the Borderlands cake slice thing. Yeah, I could use different versions of that. I could learn to love different ways of experiencing the Borderlands world where they just have dramatic shifts in tone. And then basically I can pick whichever sub series I would like out of whatever is offered. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. But Borderlands 4 is just going to be another mainline Borderlands. They seem to be doing things right after the third entry wasn't as received as well as possible. But it is what it is. It's nice. Good of them to put on a state of play, I suppose. And then the final thing I want to say is that I do miss some legacy franchises. Like I saw when I was kind of doing a little bit of research about what games are coming up, that eventually BioWare has declared that they would like to do a new Mass Effect. And honestly, guys, can we talk a little bit just for a second? I'm going to float. I have a hot take. I have a crazy idea. I think it would be okay if a company was not just to remake a game, but you almost do a reimagining, basically a retcon on certain gaming ideas. For example, you take the Mass Effect series. I think it ended up in a really bad place with the Mass Effect 3. But the thing is, the original trilogy was so compelling, but there were so many planets that we never got to visit, so many places we never got to go. And now you guys have a rough outline of where you want the story to be, right? Like you can keep most of the story bits the same, but what if you added stuff onto that? What if you knowing where the finish line was going to be? What if you directed the experience in a more seamless way towards that? What if you redid Mass Effect 1 again with the same premise, still Captain Shepard, still going to be the same characters, right? And everything like that. But we get to see more of the universe. We know where we're going, but now it's like, I feel like comic books get away with this, and they do it well. They retcon things. I'm just like, yeah, this is still the same Batman that you knew, but we're gonna go change his original story because we fucked it up in the last issue or whatever. Or this is still this character, but now instead of being like, I don't know, Bruce Wayne's cousin, they're now Bruce Wayne's like third nephew or something because for some reason that might flow better into the narrative of the game. Or we broke the law in the last issue, and okay, we're gonna retcon that and we're going to fix it up. Like I feel like comic books were been able to get away with this for the longest time. It's kind of a unique thing to them, because not many books or the medium happen to do this. But I'm just like, yo, I could use a reimagined Mass Effect 1. I really could. Just same story. Like I don't need you to change the overall plot or narrative. Obviously, you would change a few things, and we might not end up in exactly the same way. A little bit like Final Fantasy VII remake, rebirth, and I guess the next one is going to be like what, I don't know. But the point is that new trilogy, you're still using the same characters, but you give a different flavor, and of course that one is kind of like a metaphor, like a super meta sequel to it that is aware of the previous trilogy and the timeline. Listen, you don't have to go that complicated, okay? I'm just saying, I just need you to retcon ideas that I think were really, really great, but you executed them at a, let's say, a 7 out of 10. But now that you have, the lessons from hindsight, maybe you can redo the same thing, but just execute at a 10 out of 10. Because I want to play with Garrus again. I want to meet Miranda again. I want to see Jack again. Like, there's just so much more that we could do. The technology is better. The writing teams are better. I mean, not necessarily a BioWare, right? Like Dragon Age the Veilguard wasn't exactly a shining beacon of light in the world of video game writing, but generally speaking, there's like good writers out there. I think in more force than it was like a decade or two ago. So yeah, you could, I wanna re-experience the same thing, but not just a remake where you go and you polish up the assets and you give it the exact same story beat, but a reimagined version of that, an improved version of that, because now you know where you're ending up. Same thing for Dragon Age. Like I remember Dragon Age Inquisition, sorry, Dragon Age Origins, and how amazing that world felt and how much potential I felt that it held. And honestly, I don't think any other game in the Dragon Age series has lived up to the potential of Dragon Age Origins. Certainly not Dragon Age 2, that was garbage. Inquisition was alright, but then Velga was again quite garbage. So if you think about it, if there's 4 mainline games, only 2 of them were halfway decent. Okay, one of them was a fucking masterpiece. That's Origins, and Inquisition was okay. Like it was quite all right. That's the best way to put it. It was quite all right, but 2 and Velgard, ugh, awful. So go and redo it. Just redo it. Like again, just do it but better this time. And obviously you have the better graphics and the better animations and the better combat systems and so on and so forth. But I don't know. know. Like, what do you guys think? Like, there's so many games like Sleeping Dogs people always talk about, right? Like, sometimes don't you just want like the same story? Like, I don't need you to reinvent the wheel here. I just need the wheel to be made of a higher quality steel. That's basically what I'm trying to say. That is, would that be crazy? Would the idea of like, again, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the best thing that I can point to where they've actually done this, and I think it worked out well for them. I know that it doesn't please everybody the direction that they've gone into, but the concept in itself, is that, would that be so bad? Could we allow video game companies to do this? Even for me, like the Infamous series, like from Sucker Punch, how could we use Cole McGrath? Like, we do it, you know? Again, not every element of the Infamous series was perfectly executed the first time around. You could do it better, including on the narrative front. Like, I don't know. I feel like, it's a story like The Last of Us is timeless, and it's perfectly encapsulated in what it is. And the remake just had to upgrade the visuals and the sounds and the audio of the game to live up to the story, but the story itself is perfect, right? But then there's other games where it's like, no, the story in itself could use some work. So the remake shouldn't just kind of update the assets and kind of do new lighting techniques or whatever. They should actually change the story up a little bit to be a little bit tighter, a little bit more focused, or even a little bit more adventurous. I don't know. That's just my idea of the day. And I would really see, because I saw it and I was like, damn, Mass Effect, I could really go back to those characters. Like, I don't even want new characters in Mass Effect. I just want the same guys back. I want my crew back. I want the Normandy back. That's what I want. Like the elusive man. Like, yo, in the Mass Effect 2, the elusive man is this amazing antagonist, you know? And in Mass Effect 3, he's just indoctrinated in the dumbest way. I was just like, wow, listen, you guys dropped the ball there. So that's my thought. That's food for thought, I guess, so that we have something to discuss in the comments, because I honestly don't care about GTA 6. So I guess we needed to have something that we can. Let me know in the comments what you think of my idea. All right, see ya.